right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, a St. Louis staple, gone but not forgotten.
I think we will go on forever.
How Ted Drewes Jr.'s legacy lives on.
The weather impact alert continues for yet another steamy day Thursday. We are tracking when the heat breaks and that rain chance that could impact some high school football games Friday night.
A man charged with rape working alongside teens.
It's alarming.
Parents react as the accused sits behind bars. And another day of dealing with dangerous heat. Right now, we are still in a weather impact alert. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I am Mike Bush. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell, who is tracking these high temperatures. Scott?
You know, that combination of the heat and humidity with us this afternoon ahead of any of those showers and thunderstorms that bubbled up. We saw the heat index values 100 to up to 105 degrees. Similar values again tomorrow afternoon, 100 to 105. This is around the metro area at 4 o'clock for tomorrow afternoon. Is that extreme? Well, not really, but it's the fourth day in a row where we've had the heat index above 100 degrees. And of course, yesterday was the hottest when it topped out at 110. So we do have the heat advisory continuing into tomorrow evening for the metro area. That's through Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. These hot afternoon temperatures, when you factor in that humidity, it just really takes a toll. And heat has that cumulative effect on our bodies. So make sure you're taking in lots of water, taking frequent breaks, not overexerting yourself, and spending time in the air conditioning, especially once we get to lunchtime into the afternoon hours through the evening rush hour. We're looking at temperatures that will feel like they're 100 to 102 degrees. Now, we did have some breaks in that really excessive heat this afternoon off to the south and southeast of St. Louis. What's left of the rain, there's not a whole lot of it and very little in the way of lightning, but still some rain over eastern portions of Washington County. Most of the metro didn't see much today, but a few places did get a third to a half an inch of rain around Metro St. Louis. More options for rain. We're talking about them in a few minutes, Kelly.
All right, Scott. New tonight, a Chesterfield movie theater manager is behind bars charged with sexually abusing a teenage employee.
According to court documents, the alleged crimes went on for months. 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend is in our newsroom with more on these disturbing allegations. Robert.
Mike and Kelly, the movie theater manager is facing a long list of felonies, including statutory rape. 43-year-old Joshua Jung is locked up accused of committing several child sex abuse crimes. Court documents reveal on Sunday a girl under the age of 17 went to the Chesterfield Police Department with her parents. The teen told detectives between April and August of this year, she and Jung engaged in sexual acts. According to charging documents, the crimes occurred at Bluebird Park in Ellisville and at Marcus Cinema in Chesterfield. Investigators say the teen worked at the theater and Jung was a manager there.
It's terrible. It's alarming. It's disheartening to hear that, because it's a lot of teenagers that work at the movie theater.
We caught up with stunned moviegoers and parents disgusted by the allegations.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Police arrested Jung on Monday as he left his home in Ellisville. Prosecutors also charged him with 6 counts of statutory sodomy and 1 count of child molestation.
Typically, abuse starts with first looking for a vulnerable child that they can build that relationship with.
Amy Robbins is with Children's Advocacy Services of Greater St. Louis.
What we need to be aware of, though, is perpetrators who embed themselves or put themselves in situations or environments where they can find kids to target or take advantage of.
It's something I would definitely be concerned about, and I would definitely want something done.
Police tell us right now that they don't have any concrete evidence that there are more victims out there. The investigation is still ongoing. Jung is in jail on a $500,000 cash-only bond.
Tonight, more victims have come forward in the case of a middle school coach charged with sex crimes. Former Riverbend Middle School coach Dustin Cowsert pleaded not guilty to 6 felony counts for sex crimes with a student. Merrimack Valley Superintendent said that Cowsert was placed on leave before the school year and has since been terminated. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says there could be more victims. And if you need to make a report, you can call 636-583-2560. A St. Louis woman is accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Prosecutors say Brandy James assaulted a girl she met at the House of Deliverance Church. The girl considered James a mentor. It happened over several months in 2022. The church's pastor said James has never been involved with the church in any capacity besides being a member occasionally. The church is cooperating with the investigation.
After taking a plea deal and being sentenced to life in prison, Marcellus Williams was back in court today facing the death penalty again. The Attorney General appealed the recent plea deal he took, and the Missouri Supreme Court set today's court date to review the evidence. A DNA expert said Williams' DNA was not on the murder weapon, saying the weapon was mishandled and had an investigator's DNA on it. The original defense attorneys admitted they didn't realize the weapon was mishandled. The Attorney General's office argued there was no proof of bad faith in the destruction of evidence. Advocates against the death penalty spoke after today's hearing.
When you have an execution date in front of you, that is duress. And so that is different than someone who's facing a life sentence or something accepting an Alford plea. The state is literally trying to kill and murder this man. And so how can you call any kind of plea agreement not being made under duress?
The judge in the case will review today's hearing and respond before September 13th.
An East Alton man is dead after being hit by a train. Police arrived to the scene along West St. Louis Avenue at around 3 this morning. Investigators identified the victim as Ronreco Taylor, and it says it appears to be accidental. Both Amtrak and Union Pacific Railroad are cooperating with the investigation. Police are investigating after a van crashed into a Hazelwood business. It happened at the Riverdale Packing Corporation on Hazelwood Avenue. An employee tells 5 on Your Side her van was parked when another driver drove off the road and pushed her van into the building.
In just a matter of days, Chesterfield Mall will be no more. Retailers there have until the end of the month to close up shop, making way for what developers are calling a downtown Chesterfield. 5 on Your Side's Brent Solomon has been following this story closely. He explains what will happen next.
It's closing time at the structure that stood here for 5 decades.
It is incredibly bittersweet.
I was hoping you'd admit that.
Yeah.
Amber Westerson recalls not just the memories with friends, she even worked here.
I was here when we tore down an old JCPenney building and built this 3-level wing that we're in now, which was a brand new food court, an AMC theater, Cheesecake Factory.
That's where I stood with the developer behind the major rehall to create a downtown Chesterfield.
We're right in the middle of the park. There's a park in the very middle of the center that serves as the hub of the project. And right in the middle of the park, we'll be surrounded by multifamily and retail.
200,000 square feet of retail.
It's a combination of better quality national retailers that you would see in normal shopping malls like the Galleria or West County, and really cool kind of local boutiques all operating in a smaller space.
It took collaborating with community groups who were initially resistant. Now developers say they've reached a united way forward, adding public green space, walking trails, and bike paths.
Only a few days.
It's meant retailers will have to vacate.
We've got to get the rest of our items out. We're going to move down into the valley, and we're renting a place down there.
The former Macy's building will stay, but it will be repurposed. Developers say Dillard's, which also pushed back initially, will remodel its store to remain in the development.
This is the ability to take a mall that finished its useful life and create a high-end urban downtown. This is a truly high-end urban downtown environment that doesn't exist anywhere in St. Louis. That will be a regional draw for everybody here in this market.
Brent Solomon, 5 on Your Side.
The mall will be demolished in October, with the first phase of the development expected to open in about 4 years. Tonight, Mayor Bob Nation said he's glad to see the plan move forward to establish a unique area to define the city.
Well, tonight the community is mourning the loss of a St. Louis icon, Ted Drewes Jr. His family confirmed he died on Monday. People spent the day honoring his legacy at the Chippewa location, and that is where 5 on Your Side's Laura Bartkiewski joins us. Laura?
Kelly, people have been showing up all day to get their favorite frozen custard sundaes and concretes in memory of Ted Drewes Jr. His legacy is a sweet one that St. Louisans can't live without.
When I was younger, I used to get the banana split, but now I'm kind of a strawberry concrete.
This is the strawberry and a blueberry sundae.
It's a Heath bar plus pistachio with green juice. So It's delicious. It's the best combo.
Yeah, I have like a strawberry and caramel combination. It's nice.
4 generations of the Ted Drewes family have been serving frozen custard to families and St. Louis visitors for 95 years.
No, to say I've been coming around for a long time, woo, that's an understatement.
It started with Ted Drewes Sr., a local tennis star, who then passed the business on to his son, Ted Drewes Jr.
Turn it upside down.
Ted Jr. led the charge on the major expansion of the Chippewa location on Route 66, where they sell both custard and Christmas trees.
Look over here, Fraser Prairie.
To take Christmas tree sales to the next level, he bought land in Nova Scotia to bring back the best Christmas trees for St. Louis families.
The legacy of coming here to get the Christmas trees and everything that, you know, they've always had to offer, it's always been so welcoming, you know, kind of like St. Louis.
The welcoming St. Louis icon, Ted Drewes Jr., died on Monday at the age of 96.
Then we heard about the passing of Ted Drewes, and so we had to come out.
Ted Jr.'s legacy will live on in the cups and cones full of love and special frozen custard that brings people together under the glow of neon yellow lights.
It just sort of brings different people together. The last time I came here, it was really late at night, and it seemed like it was almost like a social hangout, which was quite unusual for just a place to turn up for ice cream.
Something sweet to make the community sweeter.
It really is good, guys and gals.
The Ted Drewes family said in a statement he will forever be remembered for his unwavering love, his faith, family, and city. Reporting live in St. Louis, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
A chemical found in rockets now found at the dinner table.
Parents should be aware of these issues.
Consumer Reports shares ways to stay healthy and out of danger. And a Cardinals conundrum.
This is not the Busch Stadium I am used to.
A sea of empty seats, what fans want to see change.
We will get a change in this weather pattern by Labor Day, and it brings another batch of refreshing air our way. We're timing out those changes in 7 minutes.